Hello friends, welcome to Engineering Funda family. In this video, I will solve two interesting problems based on discrete Fourier transform. Before I start with my solution, I want you to try those questions first. Later you can check for the solution in this video itself. So this is question number 1. Freeze the video and try it by your own. And this is question number 2. I hope you might have tried those questions. Now let me explain solution of question 1. See, in question 1, we need to determine n point DFT of the signal given by x of n is equals to delta n and x of n is equals to delta of n minus n naught. So first of all, I will identify DFT of signal x of n, and that is delta of n, right? So one should know the equation of DFT. See, DFT of x of n, that is given by x of k, and that is summation where small n is ranging from 0 to capital N minus 1, x of n into e to the power minus j 2 pi k by capital N into small n. Here this x of n is equals to delta of n. So let me substitute that over here. Here we have x of n, that is delta of n. Now let me explain what is delta of n, and based on that one can understand solution. One should know delta of n, that is equals to 1 provided small n is equals to 0, and that will be 0 if n is not equals to 0. So if you substitute that in this, then with this summation we have only one value, that is 1 for n is equals to 0. So here we have value 1 for delta n if n is equals to 0. In that situation, e to the power 0 will be there, means into e to the power 0, that will be 1 only, right? Now let me explain DFT of second sequence. So now I'll identify DFT of x of n, where x of n, that is given by delta of n minus n naught. So first of all, let me write standard equation of DFT. X of n DFT is x of k, and that is given by summation where small n is ranging from 0 to capital N minus 1, x of n into e to the power minus j 2 pi k by capital N into small n. Here we have x of n in question. What is x of n? Delta of n minus n naught. So let us substitute x of n is equals to delta of n minus n naught. Now you need to understand what is delta of n minus n naught. See, if you talk about delta of n minus n naught, then that will be 1 provided n is equals to n naught, and that will be 0 if n is not equals to n naught. So if you substitute this in this, then this delta of n minus n naught, that will be 1 provided this small n is equals to n naught, otherwise this value is 0. So here we have e to the power minus j 2 pi k by capital N into n naught. Now see, I have substituted n is equals to n naught, where delta of n minus n naught is 1, otherwise it is 0, right? So this is e to the power minus j 2 pi k n naught by capital N. Now here there are few basics that one should know. See, if you talk about magnitude of this, then here magnitude of x of k, that is mode of x of k, and that will be 1 over here. See, always remember this x of k, if it is given in this form, like here there is constant a, then that constant a will be magnitude. Here constant a is 1. So here we have 1 magnitude. And if you talk about phase, then that is angle of x of k. See here e to the power j theta, where theta is phase. So one can say here angle is minus 2 pi k n naught divided by capital N. Right. So that is how one can understand magnitude and phase. Now let me solve second problem of this video. See, in second problem, we need to determine 4-point DFT of given sequence. So first of all, we need to represent this given sequence in form of 4 points. So here, if you observe, we have x of n and that is equals to 1, where n is ranging from 0 to 2. So here, see, it will be 1 at n is equals to 0. Then at next point n is equals to 1. At next point n is equals to 1. So 0 to 2 is having one value. Elsewhere it is 0. So fourth point is 0 over here. Right. Here we are dealing with to determine 4-point DFT. Means capital N that is equals to 4. Right. And we need to sketch magnitude and phase spectrum as well. So first of all, what I'll do is I'll identify DFT. So DFT of x of n is given by x of k, right? And that x of k, that will be summation where small n is ranging from 0 to capital N minus 1, x of n into e to the power minus j 2 pi k by capital N into small n. Here, if you talk about this value of k, so that will be ranging from 0 to n minus 1 as well, right? And this small n, that is also ranging from 0 to n minus 1, right? In my earlier videos, I have explained calculation of DFT using matrix method. But here I will explain you standard method. I will not follow matrix method. The reason is I have already solved 3 to 4 questions using matrix method. So I thought I should solve this problem over here by algebraic addition. Right. To solve this algebraic addition, first of all, I'll substitute n is equals to 0. So we have x of 0 into e to the power j into small n, where small n is 0. So e to the power 0 will be there. Then I'll substitute n is equals to 1 over here. So x of 1 into e to the power minus j 2 pi k by capital N into small n, where small n is 1. This capital N is 4. So we will be having pi by 2 into k. So minus j pi by 2 into k will be there with us. Now I'll substitute small n is equals to 2 in this. So we'll be having x of 2 into e to the power minus j. Here capital N is 4 and small n is 2. So 2 into 2 divided by 4. So that will be making pi k over here. Then we have x of 3 over here. And then e to the power minus j. Now see, 2 pi into 3 means 6 pi by 4. That has to be 3 pi by 2 into k. Right. Now if you observe x of n, so that is 1. For n is equals to 0, n is equals to 1 and n is equals to 2. And x of 3, that is 0. So if you simplify this, then here x of 0 is 1. So this will be 1. E to the power 0 is 1. Then x of 1 is 1. E to the power minus j pi by 2 into k will be there. Then here x of 2 is also 1. And here you can observe we have e to the power minus j pi k and x of 3 is 0. So I don't need to write over here. Right. Now what I'll do is I'll identify x of k for k is equals to 0, k is equals to 1, k is equals to 2 and k is equals to 3. That will be 4-point DFT. Right. So now for k is equals to 0, let us identify x of k. So x of 0, that we will identify. Right. So if you substitute k is equals to 0 in this, then we have 1 plus e to the power 0, that is 1, plus e to the power 0, that is 1, means 3. Now let us identify x of k for k is equals to 1. So here x of 1, that we will identify. So here we have 1 plus k is equals to 1 means e to the power minus j pi by 2. One should know e to the power minus j pi by 2, that is minus j. Right. And then here we have e to the power minus j pi, k is 1. right? So e to the power minus j pi, that is minus 1. So 1 minus 1, that is 0, and minus j, that remains over here, right? Now let us identify x of k for k is equals to 2. So x of 2, that we will identify. So here we have 1 plus e to the power minus j pi by 2 into 2 means e to the power minus j pi. Minus j pi, that is minus 1. Then here we have e to the power minus j 2 pi if k is equals to 2. So that has to be plus 1 over here. So minus 1 plus 1 and then plus 1 means this is plus 1. Now we need to identify x of k for k is equals to 3 means x of 3. Here we have 1. Then here if you substitute k is equals to 3, then e to the power minus j 3 pi by 2, that is plus j. Then here we have e to the power minus j pi into 3 means 3 pi. So that is minus 1. So plus 1 minus 1 0, only j is there. So this will be j, right? So that is how one can calculate x of k means DFT, right? So now let me write DFT x of k. See, that is having first value 3, then next value is minus j, then next value is 1, then last value is plus j, right? Now for this 4-point DFT, we have another question. See, another question is to sketch magnitude and phase spectrum. So first of all, you need to understand how to identify magnitude of this DFT and phase of this DFT. Let me explain that. See, if you have A plus JB means real plus imaginary component, then here magnitude, that is square root of A square plus B square. And if you talk about phase, then that is tan inverse imaginary B divided by real component A. That is how one can calculate magnitude and phase based on real plus imaginary component. So here we have x of k. For this x of k, now I'll identify magnitude first. So that is mode of x of k. See here, first element is having only real component 3. So square root of 3 square plus 0 square, that will be 3 only. Then here we have only imaginary component. So here we have minus j. Real component is 0. So 0 square plus 1 square, that will be 1 magnitude. Here we have real value only, so that is 1. Here we have plus j only, that is having also 1 magnitude, right? Similarly, if you talk about phase calculation, then that is angle of x of k. And with first element, we have only real value. Always remember, if you have only real value, phase will be 0. If you have imaginary value only, in that case, you will have to see whether it is positive imaginary or negative imaginary. If it is negative imaginary, then angle will be minus pi by 2. If it is positive imaginary, then angle will be plus pi by 2. And that you can verify by this equation as well, right? So that is how one can calculate magnitude and phase. Now question is to plot this. Let me explain how to plot this. Now when you talk about magnitude, it is 3, 1, 1. So here magnitude is 3, then 1, then 1, right? And when you talk about phase, then phase is 0 minus pi by 2, 0 plus pi by 2. So phase is 0 minus pi by 2. Then we have 0 and then we have plus pi by 2. So that is how simply one can sketch magnitude and phase of DFT. I hope now you are having fair enough idea about how to identify magnitude and phase spectrum. And see this DFT calculation, for 4 points DFT calculation, one can use matrix method as well, using which also you will be getting same answer as it is calculated over here. Still, if you have any confusion, just place that in comment section. I'll be happy to help you. Thank you so much for watching this video.